What's going on, everybody, man? What's up? What up? What up? What up, though? I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little under the weather, but I gotta get on here, man. Got some things to get off my chest. It ain't just no phlegm. Y'all can hear it. It ain't just phlegm. It ain't just phlegm up in there and congestion. I got some stuff to get off my chest, man. I got some stuff to get off my chest, and it ain't just phlegm. Today was, oof. Hey, man. First of all, let's start at the top. I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. What up, dude? My name is Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Blunt and Sports Talk. Recap and analysis of the Carolina Panthers is what I do. So make sure you are subscribed if you have not subscribed. Hit the bell icon as well. That way you get notifications when I go live like this and you don't miss anything. But give me some CMOS. CMOS work? The gel? Does that stuff work? The CMOS work? I don't know if CMOS works. But the Panthers need some CMOS themselves because what the heck did we just watch? And I feel bad for the folks that paid money. I get the hype and excitement was high, but golly. Golly. Like, what was going on? What was going on, man? Like, what was going on? Today was an abomination. This was crazy. We got a lot of stuff to talk about because, like, and I understand. And Steve Weiss made a comment for NFL Network that the Jets, this is their second preseason game, so they have a little bit more, obviously, game experience in terms of that. So you can tell the difference, but at the same time, geez. As a PSL owner, we don't have a choice, dog. hey, man. Hey, I respect that. I can't say nothing to anybody that buys PSL. Y'all are the real MVPs. For real. But yeah, and you can understand, and I understand there's a level of execution. There's a level of execution that you could tell the difference between the Jets and the Panthers. It was blatantly obvious. One team looked just ill-prepared to play football. Like they thought the game was supposed to be tomorrow. One team, you could tell they had been there before. They played like they'd been there before. Zach Wilson had a healthy amount of reps, and he moved the chains. Didn't make a mistake like he had been during the week. I fully expect our first-team defense to force Zach Wilson into some mistakes, but that wasn't the case. But here we are. So we got a couple things to break down. You guys give the video a thumbs up. We got 137 people watching, 29 likes. That ratio not going right. That ratio is not even enough. I need thumbs up, more thumbs up, please. Shout out to Hero Raven song. Say hopefully this will lighten the mood. Make sure you put this in the Germany fund. Hope the score next year doesn't look like this. For sure. Especially if they go to Germany, man. They can't put on a performance like this in front of the German fans. Appreciate that super chat, man. For real. It's going to the Germany fund. It just, all right. I got some points. Like I said, it wasn't the Jets' first game. So we got to get that. And Tom and Frank Reich said that they were keeping it very generic. I understand keeping it very generic. I have no problem with that. But to what cost? At what cost do you keep it generic? At what cost? Because to me, confidence is everything in the NFL. Confidence is everything. And it's just one game. I understand. But you want to instill confidence. So at what cost do you keep it vanilla and generic? He even said it himself. He was just like, I'm fully prepared to take it on the chin to keep it generic over the performance. My guy Alex Fankill. What up, though, brother? What up, though, man? Hope you been good. But, like, and I understand. Generic is cool. I'm cool with that. But, like, we got to at least execute the simple stuff. You know? Are we going to execute the simple stuff? And it was just not a good day. I mean, 27-0, even preseason, wins and losses don't matter, but you got to use the eye test. The eye test can say a lot. Don't box score watch, the eye test. The eye test says everything for me. And the eye test did not look good. It didn't. It was just frustrating, man. I mean, I don't know. If you were a resident of Charlotte and you live locally, at least you got to see a good performance. At least you got to see a good performance in Bank of America Stadium at some point. Beyonce, I'm sure she put on the show. She's on her Renaissance tour. So shout out to Beyonce and the Beehive. I don't want no smoke. But at least you guys got to see a performance from Beyonce in Bank of America Stadium. Because today's performance from the team, Beyonce would not approve. Beyonce would not approve. No. Beyonce wouldn't approve. She put on a real performance. This was not a performance. Let's be for real. It was bad. Michael Jackson bad. It was Michael Jackson bad. But the vanilla stuff is cool, man. But like lack of execution on like simple stuff. Don't tell me that we're keeping it generic, but y'all not executing the fundamentals y'all are running. Not being able to figure out stunts. It wasn't even like blitzes. These were 4-man rushes. These were twists, stunts. This was not complicated. This was not complicated. This is stuff that we thought we got out of our system under Matt Rule. Not being able to sort out simple TE stunts and twists from the D-line. Not complicated blitzes. They just rush 4 and pin their ears back. With their backups. Lord knows what would have happened if Quentin Williams had played. Jermaine Johnson, he had to get some demons off from them fights from practice this week. He teed off on Bryce. Solomon Thomas teed off on Bryce. This is crazy. This was crazy. To me, you don't play like that. I understand keeping it generic, but there's too much at cost. We know Bryce Young don't need to be taking any unnecessary hits, dog. Bryce do not need to be taking any unnecessary hits. So keeping it generic, at what cost? At what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing? I wanted to see Bryce get hit. But dang. Shout out to King Dragon. Say, appreciate your work. Told you I'd be here. The trench play today was terrible. Get MJ and Irving out of there. I appreciate the super chat. And you're right. You a man of your word. You a man of your word. You told me on Twitter. You told me. We're going to talk about that O-line specifically. We're going to call out some names. Best believe we're going to have to call out some names. We're going to have some come to Jesus meetings. Somebody going to have to come to the front of the congregation. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up, please. Please. Bryce did take the hits. I will salute Bryce. The question was, can Bryce take a hit? The new question is, how many hits can Bryce take? That is the new question. A lot of people was like, oh, what is Bryce going to do when he gets hit by an offensive lineman and he lands on him? That happened. That happened 100%. The new question is, how many hits can Bryce Young take if the offensive line is going to be like this? And I told you guys, on the prior live stream, I told you guys, I said the offensive line was looking suspect. I said that. I said the interior. I said Icky was getting beat a little bit by YGM. I wanted to give YGM his credit for that. But come to find out, YGM ain't do much today, so it was on Icky. Icky looked like it was his first start. Icky looked like he reset the clock. He looked like he reset the clock, man. A whole year under his belt gone. Like, you can say we kept it generic. Where are the fundamentals? Where are the fundamentals? The fundamentals are as generic as it gets. If you're telling me it's generic, I should see fundamentals. Where are the fundamentals? Where? I told you guys, y'all told me I was freaking out. Y'all told me I was freaking out. Y'all said that give it time. It's just practice. Our defense is good. It's just joint practice. It's Quentin Williams is elite. He's good. Don't freak out. And I told y'all. I said, y'all said I was being too hard. And I questioned myself. I said maybe it's because I expected the offensive line to just pick up where they left off and remix what they was doing last year. I know Cade Mays filling in for Austin Corbett. We're trying to figure that out. But I still didn't think one piece was going to just reset the clock on everything we established last year. Dude, where are the fundamentals? Where are the fundamentals? It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Like, this just looked like, man, like, Icky got whooped. Like, and Frank Reich said that they wanted to alternate all the guards to get them a chance to be with the starters. It was a turnstile. It don't matter who was in there at right guard. It don't matter who was in there at right guard. It was a revolving door. Very welcoming. Very warm welcome to the backfield. Come one, come all. They laid a bed. They set a table. Whoever was lined up over the right guard had a day. It don't matter who was in that right guard. They did not discriminate. Whether it was 73, 66, 64. It was bad. Where are the fundamentals? Where is the communication? These aren't blitzes. These aren't blitz pickups that you got to worry about. These are basic twists and stunts. 4-man rushes. Communicate. Communication. Where is the communication? I know Zavala and Nash Jensen didn't get no burn. They may be our only hope unless we go into the streets to find somebody. But today was bad. This is not, John Barrera said, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what cost? We're keeping it generic. We're experimenting with the right guard. At what cost? If you want to do crash dummy type behavior, don't put Bryce in there. We're going to have, look, listen, I'm going to be real. And shout out to my boy JD from 4-Man Rush. We're going to have a conversation. If the offensive line is not going to be able to get it together, it may be best to start Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton had a phenomenal camp. He's not the quarterback of the future. I'm not worried about him being able to take hits long term. He's done it his whole career. We can still be competitive and win games with Andy Dalton. To me, from what I saw in camp, I'm very confident in Andy Dalton. We may need to have a conversation to start Andy Dalton the first couple of games. Maybe until Corbett gets back and the offensive line can establish that they can pick up basic stunts. Let's be for real. I love Bryce. He's a shiny new toy. I want him for the long term. We don't need to be experimenting with our young quarterback. We don't. And kudos to Bryce. They asked him about how does he feel about taking hits on 3 out of the 7 snaps. He said that he doesn't let it affect him, which is cool with me. Because he was cool in the pocket. Shout out to Bryce. He was cool every time. He didn't drop back like the line was getting whooped every play. When he dropped back, he acted like they were the best line in the world. He sat there, chilled, delivered the ball, went through his reads, no matter what the pressure was, took the hits, sat in the pocket, delivered. Bryce Young showed me everything I wanted to see. Bryce Young showed me everything I wanted to see out of him. I would have loved for him to set the world on fire. But Bryce Young showed me everything I wanted to see today. I'm not disappointed in Bryce at all. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I'm content. I wanted to see him not get rattled. I wanted to see him get hit. Not that much. I said it in my preview video. But at what cost? At what cost? Because, listen, man, I told y'all, I compared it to a game of spades.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
I compared it to a game of spades. I told y'all that the offensive line, we thought that was when you count them aces and them black spades, them jokers, maybe a deuce, depending on how you play and where you're from. We thought the offensive line was cool. We thought that was something we could hang our hat on. Steve Wilks leaned into the offensive line. We leaned on them in the running game last year. It kept us competitive. We almost got to the playoffs. We thought with the continuity, even with the injury, we'd be fine. But come on. What happened? What happened? Confidence is everything. At what cost are we going to keep it generic? At what cost? How generic was it? Because I saw running backs chipping D-line, helping Cam Irving out. That's not that generic. That's not generic protection. That's not generic protection. That's not. So we got to figure out something. The backup O-line wasn't that great either, which is, we thought we had depth. We thought we had depth. That's out the window. That's out the window. And look at the reports. I looked at the reports from everybody's favorite reporter, David Newton. David Newton said Panthers O-line met in a separate room after the game to talk about how the standards they showed today weren't what they want. They entered the locker room well after the rest of the team. Okay. I'm glad. I'm actually happy about this. This doesn't tell me it's just preseason. This doesn't tell me that. Y'all want to say it's just preseason. They would not have met immediately after the game if it was just preseason. So like let's not play that game. Let's not play that game. We're not gonna overreact and say the whole season's gonna be trash, but we have to analyze what's in front of us. If they met after the game, it's not just preseason. This is not just preseason. That's what that tells me. I'm glad they noticed it. That tells me that what Frank is saying, that they're keeping it generic and don't overreact, it's probably coach's speak. This is coach's action. Pointing the wrong way. This is coach's action. There may be coach's speak, but this right here is coach's action. Accountability. Bryce took all the blame in the press conference. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie, Craig. Bryce saying it's his fault. The sacks are his fault. He could have got the ball out quicker, probably. But to who? Because even when you did get the ball out, He was getting hit. I appreciate the accountability. I appreciate the accountability 100%. It got to be better. You guys make sure you get the video thumbs up. We got a lot of people rolling in, 291. Only got 99 likes. We got 1 dislike. Look, you ain't got to like it for it to be true. You ain't got to like it for it to be true. I told y'all last Friday, 8 days ago. 8 days ago, I told y'all. Y'all told me I was overreacting. Y'all told me I was overreacting, but here I am. Shout out to Drew Makes Relaxing Sounds on the super chat. See, I don't want to hear about O-line meeting. I want to see action. Cam and MJ need to be made an example of. I'll accept nothing less. These dudes, man. These dudes, turnstiles, brother. Speed bumps. Cam Irving has shown time and time again. Y'all wanted him around for leadership. Y'all said that he was pivotal for Icky. Y'all told me that Cam Irving was pivotal for Icky Ekwonu's development. He was a good mentor. He was a good guy to have there. What is he mentoring? Icky has not improved from what we saw before. This was a bad performance by Icky. So where is the Cam Irving residual effect that y'all claimed was the reason why he came back? I did not want him back. Y'all said that he's a good leader, good for the locker room. He's not leading by example. He's not leading by example. So where is the residual effect for Cam Irving? Come on now. Where y'all at? Where are y'all at? Where are the ones that said he was good for leadership? Where is the one y'all said was good for leadership? Look, and if all things, special announcement for y'all in the live stream, if all things go to plan, I will have film for the preseason. Don't normally do it. Hey, man. Look, I got to show y'all something else. David Newton still reporting. Look, y'all said it. Y'all said nothing less is acceptable. These dudes, where is the residual effects from Cam Irving? We got more nuggets. Shout out to everybody like Dark Mode on X. Panthers O-line coach James Campen met privately with the group after Saturday's game. Cam Irving said, "We had to keep it real with each other. That ish wasn't good enough. Top to bottom, no matter if it's preseason, regular season, that ish was not good enough." So y'all telling me, y'all saying it's just preseason, but they're having meetings and Cam Irving is cussing in pressers. Is it just preseason or not? Come on now. Come on now. They haven't come to Jesus meetings in week 1 of preseason. They haven't come to Jesus meetings in the beginning of preseason. Everybody's saying the O-line is saying that is not, I don't care if it's just preseason. It got to get fixed. But y'all telling me it's just preseason. And I'm spending time on the O-line because they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve all this smoke. Get it together. I fully expect them to figure it out. I fully expect them to figure it out. We got the best coaching staff that money can buy. If they're worth their weight in gold, they'll figure it out. Come on now. I'm not panicking because we got that coaching staff. I just don't understand why are we getting sound bites? Why are we getting sound bites from Cam Irving? Why are we getting sound bites from Cam Irving? Mm-hmm. Oh, but yeah, we can talk about play calling a little bit. And I understand wanting to keep it generic. Frank said that. And I told y'all, if y'all been a subscriber for a while, I told y'all that Frank was not calling the plays in practice. It's practice, but Frank was not calling the plays in practice. He wasn't. Turn my head around. I'm sweating. My fever acting up, y'all. Y'all hear my sniffles. My fever acting up. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. These Panthers got me, they got me heated. They got me heated. But like, man, like Frank, I understand. I understand Frank doing the half thing. He's always done it, which is cool. They got to figure it out, though. They got to figure it out. The offense actually moved up and down the field. We didn't score, but Corral completed some passes with Thomas Brown calling plays. So I was sweating like Scott Fitter. Hey, good. It needs to be uncomfortable in that building. It needs to be uncomfortable. This should be a wake-up call. It needs to be a wake-up call. This is not the telltale. The telltale will be how they answer. That's going to be the telltale. And I told you guys the O-line was struggling. The O-line was struggling. Look, and I'm not pulling the card on the whole season. I'm not. But ignoring the faults would be misguided. I'm all about drinking the Kool-Aid, and I've been drinking the Kool-Aid, and I'm still drinking the Kool-Aid. But we got to be for real. We got to be for real about what we saw. I'm not questioning nobody's resume or character off of one game. I want to see how they respond. I want to see how they respond. Because Bryce Young getting hit like this is not good. It's not good. It's not good. Matt Corral, the box score doesn't look as bad. They let him sling it. They let him sling it around. Shout out to Drew Mix Relaxing Sound. Said, how do we not, for the super chat, appreciate your brother or madam. He said, how do we not have a power back but still try to run to open up the pass game? Shouldn't it be the other way around, pass to run? I think there's a lot of, this system is not a power running system. At least McVay is not. If we put in some of the right stuff, yeah, it is. But McVay tree, that Thomas Brown stuff, it's not really a power running system overall. It's not a power running system. I fully think that Miles or maybe Chuba is capable of getting yards in short yards scenarios. Sorry. And I know this was a good measuring stick because I think the Jets are going to do some things, man. Their defense is for real. But these weren't even the dudes that everybody are hype about. No Sauce, no Quinnen. CJ Mosley didn't play. But 27-0, my goodness. My goodness. But yeah, Matt Corral got a full body of work. Glad we got to see him. A lot of bad, some good. He was critical of himself, saying that he had to trust his eyes more. We will break down the tape. If all goes as planned, I will have the tape, and we'll break it down. I'm trying to get in the regular season mode myself. I've been going full speed ahead. I'm going to try to get on the regular season type schedule. I'm going to try to get on my regular season type of schedule. If you're watching right now, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Panthers content. I'm all over the Panthers. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down this game on my reaction. I'll give a more thorough breakdown as the week goes on. But good, Google and Moogly. And OLine, man, is not. I think the panic from a lot of the fans is they were like me. They expected the OLine to be our strength of the team. And they start from ground zero. All right, let's switch over to the defense, man. I done beat the offense up enough. Let's talk about the defense. Let me get a sip of water. Like I said, I apologize. I'm battling through a cold. All that traveling for training camp did me in. I'm down bad, bro. I'm sick. I'm down bad, bro. I'm sick right now. But I'm still here for y'all. Yeah, Matt Corral not trade bait. So I argue with the fan base all offseason and say it will take some time. You're right. It's going to take some time. Even with the offensive line, they're going to take some time. But let's go talk about defense. So you like this shirt? It's a throwback. Let's talk about defense. Look, I told you guys that this game, my last video, I said this game may be more significant than we thought. I told you, this game may be more significant than we thought. And what happened? Now everybody's in the tailspin. Y'all gonna listen to Dunk one day. I'm just messing with y'all. But I don't be lying. I don't get on here and blow smoke. It would be a disservice for me to lie to y'all about what I saw. I spent all that time going to camp. It would be a disservice for me to come up here and lie to y'all about what I saw. It would be a disservice. It would be a waste of y'all time and my time. But let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about some of the bright spots on defense. Derrick Brown. Derrick Brown, Lord have mercy. Derrick Brown is set up to have a phenomenal year. Derrick Brown is going to hoop. He is going to hoop this year. You saw he was very disruptive. Derrick Brown was very disruptive. I'm talking positives. Y'all wanted the positives. Derrick Brown, very active, making tackles downfield, getting penetration in the run game, controlling the line of scrimmage. That's exactly what we need on the inside. Derrick Brown made his presence felt. I love that from Derrick. He's really started to figure out how to attack teams. He's figured out his body. He's figured out how teams are trying to attack him. He's figured out he can't just bully everybody like he did in college. He's bullying now, but he's doing it with finesse and technique. Derrick Brown has really started to figure things out, man, and I love what I'm seeing from Derrick. Shaq Thompson was very, very active as well. He was everywhere. Him and Luvu flying around. Shaq was there. Luvu came to clean it up. We almost got that fumble. I love to see our linebackers flying around like that. We have a great tandem. Probably our most underrated position group on the team. At this point, the way the O-line look, they could be the best. Between them and D-line, the linebackers look good, man. Frankie Luvu, very active. Shaq, very active. We'll break down the film. We'll break it down. We'll look at it. Well, shout out to them. C.J. Henderson had a pass breakup, got involved, got on the stat sheet. Dante Jackson, they tried Dante a few times. Dante looked good coming back from that Achilles injury, was running well. Mecole Hardman is one of the fastest guys in the NFL. Dante Jackson, stride for stride, pass breakup. That's exactly what I want to see from Dante. Can you still turn and run against the fast guys? Can you turn and run against the fast guys? Dante showed it. Stephen Curtis, appreciate you on the super chat. Say, get some rest, brother. You've been working way too hard. Hey, man. I'm trying to get the people what they want, man. I'm definitely going to get some sleep tonight, though. Tomorrow, we'll see what I do tomorrow if any videos go up. But I'm going, like I said, I'm going to a more regular season schedule. It won't be everyday uploads like I have been doing. I don't do this full time. You guys super chats do help me on my journey to be able to do this full time. I want to get there. That's the goal, to do this full time. So I appreciate the support. Appreciate the super chat. I got my cough drops right here. Ricola. After I finish this beer, I'm on the Ricolas. We got to talk about it, though. We got to talk about this stuff. I got to move the clothes rack. Why I got to move the clothes rack? It's a jersey rack. It may not be as organized, but it's where my jersey's at. Amari Barno, in his opportunities, he got a sack. That speed. He got to the quarterback, man. The only sack of the day. Shout out to Barno, man. He's like a beast on that play. That's the bright spots. Barno, he saw that depth chart. He heard the noise. He stepped up. It's going to be tough making a decision on the edge position. Kobe Jones got the start. Didn't really see a ton from him. Didn't see a ton from him. But DJ Johnson making plays. Did y'all watch 52? A lot of y'all criticized that DJ Johnson pick. What they drafted him for, he showed exactly what he did. DJ Johnson made plays in the running game, was strong at the point of attack. DJ Johnson made plays. He made plays. DJ Johnson made plays in the run, y'all. He made plays in the run. Shout out to that brother. Very physical. Very strong at the point of attack. My brother in Christ. I ain't going to get on your profile picture because I know that's the same one you use on Tinder. But, bro, I know you're not over here gassing up the Falcons. I control the Falcons all day. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. This ain't about y'all. The bright side, that's the bright side. The bright side on defense, that's all the bright side. So let's talk about the negatives on defense. Man. Let's talk about the negatives on defense. What is it against the run? What's up with stopping the run? Because I know Evero is going to be pissed. Running to the edges seems to be an issue at times. And I know he's all about setting the edge. Running to the outside seems to be a problem at times. I saw it in the joints. I saw it today a little bit. Nothing crazy, but 4 or 5 a pop, that'll gas you. That'll get you. Oh, shout out to Sam Franklin. Shout out to my guy Sam Franklin. That pick. Shout out to Sam Franklin on that pick. You got to hit the sideline, brother. Trust your speed. Beat that quarterback to the sideline. Don't try to cut back. But back to the negative. What's up with the run game? Like I said, I got to watch the film. I'm going to get the tape, and I'll review it. Tackling was piss poor. And I expect tackling to be bad. Like, that's normal to me. Tackling is normal to me. You don't get to tackle much in practice. You never go to the ground. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Tackling is going to come along. But I want to see a little bit more resistance. Just a little bit more resistance. Like I said, there was nothing major. 5 yards here. 5 yards there. But miscommunications and coverage, guys getting wide open in the flats. That's the thing. We had a touchdown in the flats, another big first down in the flats where none of the linebackers chased them. That's lack of communication. Those are growing pains to me. So I'm cool. I'm not as big and pissed off about that. I'm fine with that. Like, that'll get better. Tackling, that's come with time. Like I said, they don't get to do that in practice. Communication, the more live reps together, the better. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine with me. We didn't see any blown coverages. The secondary was fairly sticky, so I'm cool with that. Linebackers were active. D-line was active. We didn't have our best player on the team. The best player on the team didn't play. Brian Burns. So getting the run to the edges and stuff is understandable. Understandable. Like I'm saying. Defense, I feel like the defensive issues are more correctable. I think the defensive issues are easily correctable. Communication, that's easy. That's an easy fix. Tackling, that'll improve with more experience because they can't tackle. This is their first time tackling with with no regard for keeping guys healthy or whatever like that. So I'm not tripping on that part. Run game though, outside edges, we need to improve. But I saw enough flashes from Derrick Brown, Shaq, and Louisville and the corners that I'm like, okay, cool. And Josh said it, this is the kind of thing that gets everybody's attention. Agreed. This should be a wake-up call. Go look yourself in the mirror as a man. As a man. As a professional. Go look yourself in the mirror. And be like, what are you going to do? Are you going to bounce back? Like I said, the next game will say everything. How they respond next week will say everything. That will tell me everything. So how they respond is what I want to know. But it was just some of the backups, man. It was I don't know what Jamie Robinson was doing in that one play, bro. Jamie Robinson, bro. You got hit with the weakest spin move of all time, and he left you grabbing for cloth. And you just sat there and watched him. You sat there and watched him. You were sitting there grabbing cloth. This is pretty ironic saying that. I mean, because you know how delusional you are. What are y'all gonna do in the AFC, bro? Y'all are not gonna the AFC. Come on, man. Y'all gotta win y'all division first. You talking really big. You're really talking big right now for a team that hasn't had much success in general, for one. And two, y'all gotta win y'all division first. And then, even winning the division, the AFC is a gauntlet. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. But well, like I said, we're gonna break down the film. We're gonna break down the film, of course. This is just my instant reaction, so this is how it goes. But there needs to be do some heads need to roll. Some of y'all are saying that we need to rearrange the offensive line group. Are there going to be any personnel changes? Are there going to be any personnel changes? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mingo did not have a catch. TMJ did not have a catch. DJ Chark had one catch. Adam Thielen had a catch. Derrick Wright had catches. Shi Smith had a catch. Our offensive line, man, it's going to be a work in progress. It's going to be a work in progress. Because they got to get that stuff together. They got to get that stuff together, man. I'm glad James Campion had that come to Jesus meeting. I'm happy for it. But the main takeaway, I get we're gonna keep it generic. What's good? What up, though, Charlotte Sports? My thing is, man, like I said, I'm good for keeping the playbook secret, but like don't let it be at the cost of our quarterback. Like I mentioned before, we may need to have a conversation about starting Andy Dalton until the O-line gets their ish together. Next game will tell me the most. Next game will tell me the most. But miscommunication up front with pass protection, that's regression. That's regression in my opinion. I expect that with a defense putting in a new system. But the O-line, same coach, it's a new system. But four-man stunts and pressures, that's not anything crazy complicated. That's not anything crazy complicated. It wasn't Bill Belichick out there throwing all kind of blitzes and coverages. This is four-man rushes. Those are four-man rushes. The bright side is there's nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. In my opinion. It can't get any worse. Scoring 0 points, it does not get any worse than scoring 0 points. Does it? Does it get worse than scoring 0 points? But like I said, it was good to see Bryce hanging in the pocket, not letting the rush give him happy feet, no matter how many times he got hit. Stay calm. He looked like he was at Alabama. Sit in the pocket, cool as ever, delivering the ball, going through his reads. I'm cool. Bryce showed me everything I wanted to see. Bryce showed me everything I wanted to see. Nowhere to go but up, guys. Better days ahead. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the follow-up game. I will be here to break down the film whenever I have access. Hopefully. We'll see how generic this offense was. We'll see. But I got to get up out of here, man. I'll get up out of here, man. I'm sweating. Got to go rest. Take some meds. I'm sick. I'll see y'all next time, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.